I'll be reacting to The World's Finest Assassin Gets Reincarnated in Another World as an Aristocrat, episode 12. I'll be watching it off of Crunchyroll's website, and I'll be starting my reaction in 1, 0, go. Oh yeah, I'm pumped up with this. Oh, so the series has been on fire over the last few weeks. Oh snap. That's our boy. Interesting how in this case, this is when she was at her most serious when it came to Isekai and someone too. Now this I really love to see. Only because in the previous instances, whenever our goddess Isekai'd someone, it was usually she was a lot more playful, but in this instance, when she summoned Liu, the contrast is gargantuan because she looked a lot more serious, which makes sense considering the fact that all the other heroes have had more, at least the ones she summoned before Liu, they all had more prep time, so there was probably more leeway in comparison with Liu. His time was definitely more limited in comparison to the other candidates, so that's something I love too about this instance. It further increases the stakes a bit more. So nice way of starting off an episode. I'm saying that I do wonder if they're going to finally show off the hero in the episode, though. That would be fucking cool. Good news, I don't see any other character with unique character designs in the opening. So my guess is hopefully they can show off the hero. Not only am I kidding, if they show off the hero, they'll probably do it at like a post-credit scene. Because that's how Isekai anime usually do it. Like, they'll hype up a character, but they won't actually show him off unless the series makes enough money to get a season 2. So they'll just tease. But who knows? Maybe the last episode will surprise. Battle of Assassin. I already love the title. Love that smile. Now the question is, it's now you didn't know about Dia's romance with her boy there. Guess it makes sense. Dia doesn't seem like the type to announce what she does to the world yet. Oh. Damn, what a fucking boss. Oh my, what a Chad. Okay. That was like the smallest bit of dialogue I've seen for a character, but already they've made the man completely respectable right here. I do hope they show him off again. Like, his bit of dialogue is so damn good. I'm like, it'd be a waste if they just threw him away after this moment. He is fucking cool. Oh, so he's gonna make her look like she committed suicide then. Which is smart. That way, if they do it quickly, it'll at least prevent unnecessary bloodshed too. Alright, I want to see her grade A acting skills. Whoa. Oh, shit. Oh, I thought it was gonna be smooth for a second, but hey, not that I mind the increase in stake. Oh, well, what the fuck? Damn! And just a few seconds too. That is impressive. Yeah, I'm assuming everyone in the battlefield is dead, or at least 99% of the people there. Okay, that definitely is going to be the strongest person in our boy's face so far in the series. Holy. Okay, that definitely looks like a. I'm assuming the person's not going to be able to take on this man head on. He's going to probably have to win through a long range attack. That's my guess. Yo, it's really rare to see him act with that type of urgency, too. Usually we see him calm and collect him instantly. This is one of the first cases where we don't. This already makes the whole situation a lot more frightening in a good way. Because now that's a layer of tension since it's unknown if our boy's going to actually be able to win this. I have a feeling that its technique isn't going to completely work, though. Oh, hello, hello, user. I do not know what your username is, though, but thanks for joining the reaction. Yo, what a fucking masochist there. Jeez. Maybe a poison skill might be able to take out that man, maybe? Oh! Whoa. I like this, though. At the very least here, they're doing a great job of building up the new antagonist in a small amount of time. Just mentioning the previous feats that the man's pulled off. Yeah, if you were to duel, that'd be straight up suicide. Yeah, there's no way to be able to win in a straight up duel. Hmm. Hmm. I mean, that's a pretty damn good name. At the very least, he's got something to work with, though. The hero? Which, you know what? I'd be down with that. Hmm. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think his wife showing up is going to be a bother for him at all things considered. Oh my. Okay, looks like I may have finally got on my wish then. This fucker looks like he doesn't really know the definition of holding back, regardless of the fact. It doesn't feel like it'd be. Yeah, it doesn't feel like it'd be likely for him to win. Oh, but he's gonna do it for Dia though. Hope that means that he's willing to implement some dirty tactics to try to get the upper hand. Even though he is an assassin to his credit, though, he has done heroic like things though. But I love his humbleness there. I don't think the man has anything to apologize for. It's not like he could have manipulated circumstances. Well, yeah, the Gale Bulge would probably wreck any type of planning they would be able to do. So they'd have really the only option is to take on the man head on. Maybe maybe one thing our boy can do is try to like tell the man to set up a fight in a different location, and maybe lay some traps. Oh, he's gonna. All right. At this point, kind of makes me wonder how many names and titles is our boy going around utilizing. Jeez. And I just love that Somalia as he looks how his aunt being Tanya is like just reducing. Hmm. Oh man. I can only hope this means that Lou's maybe implementing some kind of trap. Because he's keeps on thinking about the seconds. So maybe he has some kind of like ground spell that's going to take effect against Centenia. And maybe that's what he's banking on. That's pretty smart and plus. Hmm. Yo, I wonder why she's smiling. Unless her board really has a damn good plan to implement. That's the only thing I can imagine. Yeah, definitely has to be a a spell he's been he set up before the duel. Because he looks absolutely confident. Maybe it's a ground spell that can seal off someone's magical abilities. Or that can get through Centenia's body. That's my guess. damn! Yo! Silly me, I was expecting a freaking ground spell. But never mind, the dude had a fucking napalm set up. At least a spell that looks like it has the effect of a napalm bomb. Oh! Okay then. It's actually nice getting to see the process of how I made the spell too. And you know what? It makes sense that he implements something like this. And it's nice to see how he again takes advantage of his pre-isekai knowledge and utilizes again as a way of enhancing his assassination capabilities. That is really damn impressive here. And I love how it explains the significance of all the slice of life moments in the series too, to make sure to show us that aside from those scenes giving us great characterization and bonding between Lou and the other ladies, it also explains how he was able to make that grandiose attack. Overall, that was a fucking masterpiece. I'll be damn shocked if Satania survives that attack. Whoa! Oh my. I do like this though because it shows you that with this technique, when it comes to Gunga, you can't just use it all willy-nilly. He needs to set it up a lot. And he also gets hurt himself utilizing it. So I do like how this powerful technique does come with consequences. And it can't just be something that he can just abuse the fuck out of too in every circumstance. It only worked here because Centennial was type to be all about honor and formality when it comes to setting up duels. So I like this. For not just the way the fight ended off. Yeah, and plus they're just only fending for themselves. I'd say our boy came out with the best end result. Well, they're friends. I mean, that's probably the only reason he would need. I mean, he ain't wrong about that. And plus, considering that he does want to marry her, they'll be spending time with each other anyway, so any deaths they both have are going to be both of their depths anyway. Whoa! Yes! I love seeing the kiss again. Because we know when the kiss a few episodes ago, but seeing it in this context, it's just beautiful. Well, yeah, in life sometimes, yeah, things may not turn out exactly the way you want them to, but you just take advantage of what you've got to work with. And that's what I love. That the end result was realistic. How even though, yes, the end result was happy, well, it wasn't perfect, it still ended up with the positive end result. All right, I gotta admit, this really does feel like a damn nice series finale, actually, with when I'm assuming the hero's dead. You've got Dia and Lou set up for a happy, prosperous, romantic relationship. Everything seeming smooth. Honestly, this is feeling like one of the few isekai anime that is actually going to have a good ending. Holy crap, this is fucking rare. I'm so used to isekai anime nowadays ending off like terrible garbage. So it's finally nice to get to see something satisfying like this. Oh, it's over. But hey, you know what? I can accept that. Although I'm assuming there's going to be after credits though. Looking at the Crunchyroll timer, and since the ED is like a minute and a few seconds, there's definitely going to be something after the credits. Now, as for overall the episode, I am definitely going to be giving this one a 10 out of 10. I mean, it was by far the best. The world's finest assassin gets reincarnated in another world as an Aristocrat episode by far, because it was finally nice getting to see Lou end up in a situation where he was up against an enemy that completely outmatched him, and he had to pretty much utilize a lot of setup and a lot of his smarts and knowledge just to get a win. And I love that, because at the very least here, it made his victory truly, and I mean truly, feel earned. And that wasn't the only thing that I loved about the episode too, though. I love the fact that for this last episode, I love this final attack, because even though y'all could argue, man, maybe they should have made the final confrontation longer, I'm kind of glad they didn't, because even the goddess was building up the fact that the hero was going to be stronger than, oh, okay, it's back. Hell yeah. Hey, I don't think his fault is disappointing one bit, though. Oh, yeah, I gotta say, that's. Yeah, wouldn't Dia be. I mean, I guess that would make for a good cover story. That's actually true. Whoa, whoa, what? Okay, never mind. I guess there's still that. Yeah, oh. Oh, no, okay, now this series really needs a season 2. Ah. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Having the hero taken down like that casually would have been too easy. Oh. Oh, snap. The hero looks cool. Oh, man. I mean, I guess I ended up being right, though. I even said they're probably going to have the hero show up at the post-credit scene, because that's how the Isekai anime do it, where you have like these type of characters that are built up, but they don't have enough time, so they're just going to give us like a small snippet. It made sense they were going to do it like that. Does it make it sting less? I mean, not really, because who the hell knows if the series is ever going to get a season 2? But regardless of the fact, I still think this episode was great. And I guess in a way, yeah, having the hero taken down easily would have been a bit anticlimactic, so to speak. But in saying that, it gets rid of the neat bow ending that the series had, though, and it doing the last post-credit scene, because here are my thoughts on the post-credit scene. It's cool and all, but if they would have just ended it without the last post-credit scene, the series could have ended, and if it would have never gone to season 2, that it would have been fine, because then be like, hey, I mean, at least it feels like it resolved everything. With the way it did it, it's like, no, Now, if this series never gets to season 2, it's not going to have the whole complete vibe. It's going to have the incomplete vibe now. So, while my thoughts on the episode are still positive, my thoughts on the series change immensely now that I see that it didn't tie up everything neatly, and this series is just like most of the other isekais without any payoff when it comes to like certain plot points. I will still like the series overall, though. But first, let me break down why I thought this episode was sentence-worthy. Because for one, from a story standpoint, it had some of the highest stakes. Literally, it was the only time Lou took on someone where he couldn't out-physical. He had to outthink them with lots of Batman-like prep time. And I love that because it made the win he got against Centennia feel really, really earned. And I do like how, from a character standpoint, we see a good amount of character development here. We see how open Dia and Lou are when they kiss each other. And I do like the little joke in the episode when they're like, if we just keep on paying each other, it's going to keep on just happening forever. And I thought that was a little cute line there, too. So there were bits in the episode that had really good dialogue here. And to its credit, something that I do like about this episode is I like the fact that our Lou took advantage of Satania's really cocky nature to get the upper hand in the confrontation during the episode. So there were a lot of positive elements narratively in the episode. I love how they explain all those bits where he was spending time with the other girls were to be able to implement and make the gun gear too. And it wasn't just him spending time with the ladies, which, don't get me wrong, that would have still been nice regardless, because I still like those slice of life sequences. But to hear that it also led to him making the gun gear makes those scenes when he spends time with the other girls retroactively better in the long run. So that's where I gotta give this last episode credit. It makes the series better to watch on a rewatch value, provided it gets to season 2, though. Because, again, that post-credit scene fucking changes my thoughts on the series in a really big way. Now, and saying that, this episode also had amazing visuals. Yeah, the last few episodes of this series have been suffering a bit visually. Not this one, though. The fighting was fluid. The explosions looked gorgeous. You can definitely tell the visual effects team in charge of the series, they knew they had to go all the fuck out, and they fucking succeeded. And I'm definitely proud of the production team that was in charge of making this series. They did a fantastic job making everything come to life. So visually, the episode was fantastically done. Like, no complaints. And the artwork was gorgeous. Especially the way Satinian looked with his detailed muscles. The man looked... Devin looked like the type of guy that could break a watermelon just by pecking his muscles. And he did a great job of also visually showing off why the hell Lou would not want to take this guy on in an honorable duel, because compare his design to Lou's design, and it's like, yeah, there's no fucking way I would have been able to deal with Centennia in a physical standpoint. And that's what I really enjoyed about this episode, too. Where even with the character designs, yeah, you could see no one would have wanted to take on Centennia on through physical means, just looking at the dude's thick-ass muscles. Except for maybe the true hero that's introduced in the last bit of the episode. I'm assuming that he's an even... he or she, you never know with these type of anime, is a physical beast. So, yeah. That's why I felt the visuals help contribute to the narrative. Now, aside from that, gotta say, the voice acting was absolutely amazing. And I thought the music utilized in the episode, while not great, was good. So I gotta give it credit to that. And that's why I have to rate the episode overall a 10 out of 10. Now, when it comes to rating the series overall. Here's my rating. Now, if I had to rate this series on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being abysmal, 5 being average, 10 being exceptional, I was going to actually give it a 7 out of 10 because I would be like, oh, it has a conclusive ending. Cool. But with the whole introduction of the hero and the post-credit scene, I'm like, now I'm going to have to rate it a 6 out of 10, which is still good because my scale 5 is average. But I just can't have the feeling of the writers being all like, oh, yeah, we have this satisfying ending. Well, for anime only, fuck you. We'll introduce this element so that y'all can see. Because let's just be real. Most isekai anime don't really get a season 2 at all. The ones that do are the rare kind. Now, don't get me wrong. If this series were to get a season 2, then I would instantly bump back the original rating. I was going to give this series a 7 out of 10. I'll bump it again to a 7 out of 10. But it needs to get a season 2, though. Because it's like, well, I mean, there's no ending. I mean, endings do count in anime. They fucking do. That's why pretty much all my top animes have an ending to speak of. And the ones that I remember the most are the ones that have a good ending, whether it be a sad ending, a bittersweet ending, or a happy ending. But at least they have an ending, though. But regardless of that fact, though, the reason why I still give this series a 6 out of 10, despite the lack of ending that's conclusive, is because I have fun with the series. I thought the first episode was amazing with the way they gave Lou one of the most unique ways of someone being isekai to another world, where it took all this setup just to kill a single man. I thought that was the definition of epic and uniqueness. So there was a lot of creativity there. And something that I also did love about this series was the fact that they made Tarto and pretty memorable, seeing her work alongside her main boy. And then of the ladies, I felt like she was the most memorable because aside from her training sequences, you have those sometimes comedic sequences, like when she told the mother of Lou that, oh yeah, our boy had his episodes sometimes, or when she mentioned straight up that she wants to have our boy's baby. So I'm like, bro, she ain't being subtle about it, and I fucking love this. Like, those bits with Tarta were really great. I like Maha too, actually. They didn't have as much screen time as Tarta, but I thought Maha was cool. I really loved Dia too. So all in all, this series made all the female characters lovable. But they did a great job of Tarta, though. Tarta felt like she was useful, especially with the way she helped out Lou in the previous episode to save a lot of his energy. Was pretty damn nice. So this is one of the isekai anime that has female characters, but that utilizes them well and makes them feel really useful. Because in some isekai anime, sometimes you got female characters that are just there to look pretty and to be in a relationship with the main character, and that's it. This series didn't have any of those type of vibes. All these female characters felt like they helped contribute towards the story. And unlike other home animes, here it makes sense why all these ladies would gravitate towards Lou. They actually justified it. So that's why I thought the writing for the characters was pretty darn good for the most part. I mean, yeah, they probably could have given Centennial more build-up, though. You could argue that. And they, yeah, you know what? They probably could have given them more build-up, considering he was, so to speak, the last boss of season 1. So, yeah, that probably was a flaw. But for the most part, though, this series landed with its characters. And I even love Lou's parents. They helped. The mother was the nice comedic relief. And his father really had some really good bits of advice for Lou. It's really rare to get to see an isekai anime parents make a difference. But here we get to see how they molded and shaped Lou. And that's what I really love because, yeah, our boy learns all of his new assassination techniques from his father. But Lou has his new gentleness due to his mother, though, by the way she raised him. So I kind of like that, how we can see how they molded Lou. And the series did a really great job in doing that. And again, that's something most isekai anime don't bother with, showing you the importance of parents. This series not only did that, it did it in spades, which is doubly impressive. And aside from it doing good from a character standpoint, from a story standpoint, it was really consistent. I thought all the confrontations were interesting and earned. And the series had a lot of comedy here and there. Now, yes, you could argue maybe, again, the stuff involving Satania was rushed, but for the most part, I like the way they handle things. For the most part. So that's what I thought it did pretty well from a plot standpoint. And aside from that, gotta say, the only weakness the series really had was the animation quality. Yeah, it could have been better in a few places. Because, let's just be real, this is the season when Masuku Tenchi showed up. So Masuku Tenchi just made all the other isekai anime that aired this season look like fucking crap. Let's just be real. Masuku Tenchi existed this season, which had like a super high budget too. So yeah, visually this series lacked in the middle episodes. But at the very least, the first few episodes of the series and this last one looked good. But overall, the production values in the series were a bit uneven. So I do have to mention that as a negative, because the CGI horses were bad. But at least the series, when it needed to look good, it looked good. But the series definitely needs more consistency. So hopefully if it gets to season 2, it can maybe get a much more consistent visual consistency, I would hope. Artwork, it worked for the most part, except for whenever they had a CGI horses or CGI people. Ugh. I don't know what the animators were thinking. They could have just drawn soldiers. And no, don't make excuses for them, because their anime in the old era that were able to draw soldiers. Hell, there are anime this season that have multiple characters moving on screen. Like, again, Masuku Tenchi. So it's not even an excuse in the modern era. There's multiple ways of having multiple people move on screen. So, yeah. Again, I thought the artwork was fine. And even really good in some instances, but it was also bad in some instances. Again, just like the animation, the artwork was a bit uneven. Now, for the voice performances, they were all amazing. I love the way everyone sounded, especially Lou's voice actor. Like, such the perfect man for the job. Sounded cold, collective, cool, badass. I mean, that's pretty much all you'd want from Lou's voice. So, great job there. And to its credit, I gotta say, overall, all of this led to a series where, yeah, I think it's good enough. If I had to rate this on a scale of 1 to 10, with, again, 1 being abysmal, 5 being 9 to 10 being exceptional, I'll give it a 6 out of 10 for above average. Now, if you're wondering as to why I didn't rate anything higher than that, aside from it having a non-conclusive ending, sometimes when it showed the goddess Isekai some people from another world before she summoned Lou, when it did it the first time, I didn't mind, but when it did it multiple times, I felt that it dragged on sometimes, and it could have spent the screen time towards other things like Lou bonding with the Maha or Dia or Tarta. But I'd say other than that, though, this series was mostly consistent. And if it were to get a season 2, I would most likely react to it. But yeah, these are my thoughts on the series overall, y'all. But anyways, right before I go, let me just say thank you very much, y'all, for watching my video. Hope y'all rate the video, share it, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all later if y'all come back for more. But anyways, y'all, thank you very much for watching my video, and have a fantastic day, everyone. Bye-bye.